What is going on, Vape City Mafia? I want to give a short little review on our group, Vape City Mafia, what we stand for. I want to tell you guys a little bit about us. I recently created Vape City Mafia over a sting of, I was actually brought into a couple vape groups, throwing up, that are basically about throwing up shots fired, hand checks, basically cloud checks, whatnot. And upon doing those things, vaping pretty much at low ohms. Like I said, I vape pretty much in the the 1.1 realm. I have been known to vape at 0.08 as my lowest, which basically was with these Demon Killer packs. I got one coil out that I did I did a build on the drop here that ohmed out to be a 0.08. And I figured, I was like, I'm just going to throw those to the side and not vape them, be a little bit more safe about it. And, like I said, I vape low ohms, and upon vaping low ohms, and requesting that people don't try this, at home, try these things at home, I got kicked out of a bunch of groups because of that stuff, and that's what empowered me to create Vape City Mafia. And what Vape City Mafia basically kind of stands for, is basically helping people quit the habits of smoking, dipping, and chewing. Whatever their fix is to get nicotine, my goal is to help people not have to use that nicotine as a crutch. And I basically, what I do as an admin for the group is I go out and I purchase mods, out of my money, and I don't do this for the money. I don't do any of this to basically say, hey, look at this, I got this mod. Oh, this, I don't flaunt about it. I buy these mods just for the purposes of the reviews. Just like I threw up one on the Ghoul BF RDA that I purchased for the purposes of a review, which I did do a review on it. Great flavor, great, great airflow. I absolutely love it. Single coil action, and so that means it gets single airflow. It does have an option for dual coil air. Well, basically it has that dual airflow. Excuse me. I want to keep wanting to say dual coil because this is my first single coil RDA. But if you twist it ever so slightly, just a tad bit to the left or to the right, whichever way you do it, you open the back channel airflows for that more restrictive hit. But what Vape City Mafia stands for, and I'm going to tell you this, I purchase mods, RDAs, tanks, whatever the case may be, just for the purpose of a review. And once I get my review segment done out of it, 95% of those mods, those RDAs, and those tanks, they sit pretty much after they're cleaned out, all the, coils that I used or whatever I used for, to throw in them for a review, after they're cleaned out, all the juice is out of it, they sit up on my desk in their boxes. And what I do with those mods and those tanks and those RDAs is, after they're cleaned up, they're prepped, they're everything, and they're sitting back in the back, because right now my main mod is the RX 200 first gen that I purchased upon quitting the habits of dipping and chewing. Redman was my thing. I really loved Redman, and I just got that kick to want to quit that. So what I do with these mods, these box mods, these RDAs, these tanks and stuff like that, is I set them back, and when I have anybody of age, and so to say, I don't give these out to people that are below the age of 18, but say you've been smoking or you dipping or chewing, you've been doing that for quite a while, and it's kind of getting to you where you want to kind of just quit. When you come to me, my goal is to sit down and set you up on a mod, let you try some of the mods that I have reviewed and set back, and see which one you like. And if you like that particular mod, say, hey, like, take for instance the drag, with the gene chip. If you like that mod because, hey, the gene chip is phenomenal, hey, it fires right on point, you don't have an issue with, out of it, you just really like the way, it ramps your coils up, everything's smooth enough for you. If you like it, then I will choose that mod, and then I will ask you right off the point, would you feel better with a tank, or do you want to go a step further and have me teach you how to build a coil? And I'm gonna tell you, I've been doing this 8 to 9 years. I absolutely love building coils. It's been my thing, and it's always been my thing to learn about the Ohm's law and the things that, kind of matter when it comes to vaping. What juice you like. And I sit down and I ask you these things. Would you rather, vape on a tank where it's easy, you just fill it up and go, or do you want to go a step further and learn about coil building and how to get bigger clouds and help, hell, even if you want to get into cloud chasing and be able to go to these vape comps and blow the competition away. If you want to learn that stuff, I can take you a step further and teach you how to build coils, how to wick them, what to look for and what not to look for, in these type things like your RDAs and kind of stuff like that. But I sit down with each and everybody that comes to me wanting to quit the habits of vaping, dipping, chewing, whatever your fix is, and I sit down and find out where you best fit in with what mod, what tank, what RDA. If it just depends, what you like, and once if it's an RDA, I'm definitely gonna go a step further and teach you how to build coils. But if it's a tank, I'm just gonna show you how to wick it and how to fill it, and tell you when it's best to change the coils. And it's one of the things you put your juice in and you go type thing. It's more things, more or less you just don't have the time to be building coils. But I set you up on a decent mod, something that maybe you might like. Either like take the drag and say if you like the drag, okay, I'll set you up on that. If you like the U-Force tank it comes with, I'll set you up on that. Or if you want to get more of a wattage hit, I'll set you up on that. It just depends on where you want to start. And then once I get a feel of how, say like how many packs cigarettes you smoke a day, or what it comprised of, how many cans of dip you go through, then I'll set you up on a nicotine level. See where you sit at. Because for those that kind of smoke a lot, say like you smoke 2-3 packs a day, or or you're kind of slimming down, which I like to see people slim down on the habits of smoking cigarettes and dipping and chewing. But once I figure out how much you are, I'll raise your nicotine level to where it's high, and then I'll start gradually taking you down on your nicotine level to a point to where you're like, I don't want any more nicotine. Say you don't like it no more. So then I'll just put you right at that zero limit. And let's say if you wanted just a tad bit of nicotine, I'll put you on the 3. But I set people up with mods that I've purchased for the purposes of a review, and then I let them run with that mod, let them vape it till they say they don't want any more cigarettes, they don't want any more dip or chew, whatever their fix is. And so basically Vape City Mafia is out here to to not look down on people because hey, you vape at a low ohm reading and you blow big clouds. We're not looking down at you because of that. Sure, we're going to talk to you a little bit about vape safety, and stuff like that. If we feel like you're doing something wrong, we're not going to bash you, say, hey, we're not just going to sit there and bash you and say we don't allow people to vape unsafe in our group. We're going to help you. We're going to teach you these things. And that's so to say, we're here to help people. And, amongst being in this group, we are a cloud check, shots fired, and a hand check ready group. Post up, whether it be in live or just regular old video, if that's your fix. Post them up. We're happy to connect with each and everybody that has that fix, that drive to just basically say, I want to quit my habits of dipping, chewing, and smoking. We're here to help you, and we're here to be a family of very, 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 very strong vapors. And I've been doing this 8 years, and I would like to offer y'all to join us in our group on Facebook, Vape City Mafia. And we're getting ready to go in the swing of setting up our Instagram page, whereas anybody that joins our group, we're going to sit back, get some beauty shots of your mods, what you're running, and we're gonna throw them up on the Instagram page, and we're gonna try to get ourselves out there, as we've already been offered a sponsor through Honey Stick. So, you know, our goal is to get as many people into the group as we can. And like, you know, like I say this to everybody, you know, and just like Rip Tripper says, you know, vaping's the future. Smoking's dead. So, keep it cloudy, fam. Shots fired.